All right, back on Baseball Max, we got the 1964 Chicago White Sox season. They are 1-0 playing the Orioles, getting ready for Game 2, April 16th, 1964. Orioles won this game 4-3 in real life. Going to have Ray Herbert against Dave McNally, and there are the lineups you can see for yourself. And let's just get to playing some baseball here on Baseball Max by Strat-O-Matic. Just set it up, get the fast mode off. We'll get the cards up and we'll get to playing some baseball. Jackie Brandt leading it off, batting .333 here, only game 2, so obviously we don't have much in the way of stats. Ray Herbert pitching, and a strikeout to get the game underway. 1 out, nobody on for Louis Aparicio. Yeah, 5-12's an X reading and a ground out to first. 2 out, nobody on. Bring up Boog Powell. Looking for his first hit of the year, and he might have it. He does have it. It's not only a hit, it's a homer. Boog Powell goes yard and gives the Orioles a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. Bring up Norm Seaburn. Quick run here for the Orioles. And there's a strikeout, so Herbert finishes out the inning, but Boog gives the Orioles a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the first. Bring up Mike Hirschberger leading it off against Dave McNally, and that is going to be a 4-10 is a foul out, 1 out. Bring up Don Buford. Buford looking for his first hit of the year, and that's not going to be it. Strikeout, 2 out quickly here for McNally, who went 7 in the actual game, gave up 6 hits and 3 runs. We're here in the bottom of the first. Floyd Robinson batting. 2 out, nobody on for the White Sox. And there's a ground at a second. Of course, 1964 had those great pennant races, and the White Sox were an excellent team in 64. Great pitching. Maybe not the best hitting, but great pitching, and they came up just a little short in 1964. 1-0 top 2. Orsino will lead it off against Herbert. And that is a fly to center for the first out, 1 out. And that'll bring up Willie Kirkland. He's looking for his first hit of the year, and that's going to be a ballpark single check. 1-9 on ballpark singles here. And there's a 5 and a base hit, so the lefty gets the ballpark single. He's a C stealer. Herbert is a -3 hold, and Brooks Robinson will be batting. 5-5, fly to right. 2 out, runner on first. Jerry Adair, who is batting .600, maybe 3 for 5 in the opener. I don't remember exactly. 3-6, and here's a home run chance. He has 1-3 shot here, and it's a 1. Oh wow, Jerry Adair home run, and it is 3-0 Baltimore. Jerry Adair with a home run. He'll bring up McNally. And a pop out, but wow, a 1-3 home run, and it is 3-0 Orioles here in the bottom of the second. Dave Nicholson, lots of power and lots of strikeouts from Nicholson. And there's a 2-11 open triangle. Singles 1, line out is 2-20, and that's going to be a line out. 1 out, nobody on. White Sox down 3-0. Hanson batting. Batting .500, and he's hit by a pitch. So base runner for the White Sox, runner on first, 1 out for Charlie Smith. 6-2, pitcher X, ground out. Looks like they get the out at first, runner on second, 2 out for Joe Cunningham. And there's an open triangle. Going to take a 1-4 though, and that's a 20. That's not going to do it, and that's going to end the inning. So we go top 3 with the Orioles leading at 3-0 on the strength of 2 home runs The likely one from Boog, and then the unlikely one from Adair, and then Brandt is going to lead it off here. And he's going to get himself a base hit. He's an E stealer, so not much of a threat there. Runner on first, nobody out though. He had a chance to actually stretch that, but he doesn't. For Louis Aparicio, and going to bring the corners in here. But he's swinging 4-6 and another base hit. So not a good start for Herbert in this game. First and third, nobody out. First and third, nobody out. Boog Powell up. It's already 3-0. It's only the third inning though. With nobody out and Boog Powell up, I'm going to keep the infield back with Powell up. Runner on first trying to get a lead. And he gets the lead. And his safe chance is 75%. Catch a error 13% with a runner on third. Let's throw and try and get him. That'll be a big out if we can get it. 16-20 on the out. But we don't get it. It's a 2, and it was a possible error, right? On a 2, yeah, there's a possible error. 1-17. So the worst case scenario, steal and the error. And it is 4-0. Runner on second, nobody out. Runner on third, nobody out. The error. Why is it first and third? Stolen base, error on throw by catcher. Grant scores. I don't know why they show first and third. Yeah, they didn't update the base running, but that's all right. Should be a runner on third, nobody out. And now I don't think I have much choice but to try and cut this runner off. Herbert might not be long for this game, and there's a grounder to second with the infield in. So now they fix it. Runner on third, 1 out for Seaburn, and we're going to have to do the same thing. Trying to cut this run off. It's already 4-0. 4-9, and that's going to be a base hit. And I don't think I could keep Herbert in much longer. Really would want to get some innings out of him, but it is not going well. Runner on first, 1 out. He's going to get one more batter to try and at least get out of the third. 2-4, and there's a ballpark of... Oh, there's a fly out. Isn't that a ballpark home run check? Okay, fly out. So we got a runner on first, 2 out for Kirkland. That was strange, but okay. 3-6 is a pop out. So he does get out of the third, but it's 5-0 Baltimore. McNertney will lead it off, and he will ground a short. 1 out. 1 out, nobody on. I'm going to let Herbert bat only because it's so early in the game. Maybe he can settle down and give me a couple of more innings. I don't want to go through my whole bullpen. There's a ground to short. 2 out. Hirschberger will bat. And we got a 4-8 walk. 2 out walk for Hirschberger. 5-0 Baltimore. Buford batting. And a 5-9 fly to left. So we go to the fourth. It's going to have to be a very short leash, but I'm going to try and get some outs with Herbert. Brooks Robinson. He hasn't been very good at getting that so far, but there's a fly out. 1 out. I'd like to get at least 5 out of him. Jerry Adair had that unlikely homer. And there's a center field X and a fly out. 2 out. Bring up McNally. 2-10. So Herbert strikes out McNally and works through the bottom of the Orioles order. It's 5-0 bottom 4. And now the White Sox are going to have to try and get something going. Floyd Robinson. And a 3-5 is a base hit for Robinson. Runner on first, nobody out for Nicholson. And a 2-7 walk. First and second, nobody out. A little bit something going on against McNally here. Bring up Ron Hansen. And a 1-8 base hit. White Sox coming back a little bit here. Nobody out. Going to hold the runners. Bases loaded. Nobody out. So they load him up with nobody out here. Working towards the bottom of the order, though. Charlie Smith. I like those triples in column 3. But it's a 1-11 and a grounder first. It is a grounder C, so they get a run. It is now 5-1, and they still have 2 runners in scoring position for Joe Cunningham. 5-6 struck him out. That's a big strikeout. 2 out. It's up to Jerry McNertney. 2-8. Base hit 1-9 on the split. And a big split single right there. That is a big split single. They get at least one. Let's see the runner on second. We're going to try it. 85%. And it's cut off, so they're going to let him score. And all of a sudden, we got a 5-3 ball game. 5-3 here. 2 out, runner on first, bottom of the 4th. And here we go again. Herbert coming up again here in the 4th inning with 2 out and a runner on first. Game is now interesting. Let's see what we're going to do here. Got the lefty on the mound. I'm going to let Herbert hit. I'm going to let Herbert hit. It's only the 4th inning, and they've made a game of it. 2-8 to strikeout. We're going to go to the 5th inning, and it's now 5-3. And Jackie Brandt, leadoff hitter, is going to be up. Oh, we got a little bit of a delay here. There we go. 4-8, and that's a base hit. Runner on first, nobody out. For Louis Aparicio. And again, I'm going to bring the corners in. I'm going to give him one more batter. 3-7. And that's a force out. Runner on first, 1 out. And now he faces Boog Powell. 4-4, third base X, and a ground out. They get the out at first. Runner on second, 2 out for Seaburn. And it's Orsino on deck. Runner on second, 2 out. Seaburn. Hold on, just thinking here. 245, 12 homers. What was Orsino? He's the righty. Orsino was 222 with 8 homers. Right-handed, though. Interesting situation. I'm going to walk Seaburn here. First and second, 2 out. I'm going to face Orsino. First and second, 2 out. See if Herbert can get Orsino. 4-2. Oh, this is a ballpark check. Oh, and it's a fly. Why are the ballpark checks not happening? There's no ballpark checks here? Interesting. All right, whatever. The home run checks are just being outs in this game. So we'll go, I don't know why. Bottom of the 5th. Maybe there's zeros in this. I don't have the stadium info. So McNally will face Hirschberger here in the bottom of the 5th. Maybe the fly balls are all zeros in this ballpark? Not sure. 18 is an out. 1 out. It's the only thing that would make sense if they were all just zeros, so there's nothing to roll. Buford. Not sure if there's a way to check on here for that information. There is a base hit. Could be a triple. And it's just a single. So runner on first. 1 out for Floyd Robinson. 5-3 game. Fly to center X and a fly out. 2 out. Runner on first for Nicholson. He can tie this up with one swing. 4, 5, fly to center. So we're going to go to the 6th. 5-3. Somehow Herbert is still in there, facing Kirkland here in the 6th. And there's a ground at a first, 1 out. And that'll bring up Brooks Robinson. 2-6, ground at a third. That's the 2nd out. Herbert somehow has settled down after those rocky first 3 innings. Jerry Adair, that unlikely 2-run homer. So in fairness, Herbert a little bit unlucky there. And there's his ground out. So we go bottom 6, 5-3. White Sox got back in it in the 4th, but they haven't been able to score since. Hansen up, leading it off. And there's a strikeout, 1 out. That will bring up Charlie Smith here in the bottom of the 6th. And Charlie Smith, W power, so single 1 to 9, double 10 to 20, and it's a double. So the White Sox get a runner in scoring position with 1 out, working towards the bottom of the lineup. Joe Cunningham. Not bad against lefties. Column 2 is pretty good. 6-7 base hits, 1 to 11. And it's an 18 and that's a big split there. See, splits make a big difference. They were a little bit better. They were 55% there, and but the home run with Adair was 1 to 3. So splits make a big difference in this game. Runner on second, 2 out for McNertney. He'll bat. 3-8 ground ball to third. So we're going to go to the 7th. This will be Herbert's last inning if he gets through it. McNally leading it off. And, oh, wow, pitcher split here. And here we go, 1 to 11 split for the pitcher. And there it is, base hit. So you see the different splits make. Dave McNally gets the split in his favor. Runner on first, nobody out for Jackie Brandt. 3-12 is a fly to left. 1 out. Pushing it with Herbert, but he's going to be up next inning. I would love to get him through this inning. Louis Aparicio. 1-10, popped him up. 2 out, runner on first. And it's Boog Powell again. Oh boy. I could bring in a lefty just for Boog, and then they got Seaburn. Could bring in Mossy here, but then I'm going to have to either double switch or pinch hit for him. I could double switch, although I'm not even 100% sure how to do that on here. Oh boy. I'm going to give Herbert a chance to get Powell. 3-2, open triangle, single 1 to 7. And there's the split going in the Orioles' favor again, a base hit. First and second, 2 out, or first and third? First and third, maybe. They're waving him around, 75%, 25% chance. Let's try and get him. That'll be a nice way to end the inning. 25% chance, 16 to 20, splits again. And there's the 20. That one works out in the White Sox favor. And they're able to get out of the inning, throwing out the runner at third base. So they send the pitcher McNally. And he is not only thrown out, but hopefully now winded. Obviously Herbert now. We have to pinch hit. Righty pinch hitter. Minoso, lower average, higher on base percentage than Carrion, but Carrion, the 274 hitter. They used Minoso in the actual game as a pinch hitter. I don't know if I should let that. He was the only pinch hitter in the game in that game for them was Minoso. I'm going to go with Minnie Minoso. He played in the game, so we'll use him. Minoso's pinch hitting here, leading off the bottom of the 7th. 6-7 struck him out, 1 out. Wouldn't have mattered, it's off the pitcher's card, 1 out. And that'll bring up Hirschberger. And there's a 1-7 walk. So they get the tying run to the plate. Runner on first, 1 out. Don Buford, the batter. 6-6. That's going to be something. There's a chance at a triple, 1-8. And again, the splits are going to play a big part in this game. And it's a 10. It's a base hit. A triple there would have been huge. Base hit. Runner goes to third. First and third, 1 out for Floyd Robinson. White Sox probably their best, most consistent hitter is Floyd Robinson. Facing McNally here. First and third, 1 out. Oh, that triple would have been huge. 5-3. Left field, right field X. Single. Base hit. So the X goes in their favor. Here come the White Sox. Still runners on the corners. First and third, 1 out. It's now 5-4 for Nicholson. White Sox with a chance to tie up this game. They were down 5-0 through 3. Nicholson, and now they're going to bring in Dick Hall, the righty, to face Nicholson. Nicholson's still going to bat. 2-7, walked him. Bases loaded. Bases loaded. 1 out for Ron Hansen. Hansen for the White Sox. Let me just double check some stats here. If I can get Baseball Reference up rolling. I want to see. Right now it's stuck in an ad here. Hold on a second. I just want to take a look at some stats. I could do it on Strat, but then I got to click around. It'd be easier if I can get Baseball Reference to come up for me. For some reason it's stuck in some ads. Hold on 1 second. Bring up the 64 White Sox. Just want to take a look at their roster. Yeah, Hansen was an everyday 575 ABs. He hit 20 homers, batted 260, so he's batting here. Bases loaded, 1 out against Dick Hall. 6-11, fly to right X. Sac fly, runner on third scores, and this game is tied up. Runner on second has a chance to tag, but I don't see a reason to do that. So this game is tied up at 5. It was 5-0, now it's 5-5. Hansen gets the sac fly. Charlie Smith is righty due up. Now, he did not play a lot. Matter of fact, he only played in 2 games for them. Don't know if there was an injury or what the deal was. Their regular third baseman, of course, was Pete Ward, but he was probably not available. See, this is where when you're playing as plays and you don't know who was available, Charlie Smith played the whole game. Game is tied. I'm going to let him bat because I don't know who was available and I don't want to play a guy that maybe was hurt or whatever. 3-10, he's going to walk anyway. So that's going to load the bases back up with 2 out. And that'll bring up Joe Cunningham. And Cunningham, the first baseman. And Cunningham at first base. And he's the left-hand batter, so he'll bat here against the righty Hall. And there's a 6-5 pop to first. So we're going to go 5-5, top of the 8th. Now we're going to have a new pitcher. So the White Sox come all the way back, trying to play this game as fair as possible. The Orioles have Seaburn, and they have 2 lefties coming up. So I'm going to go to Mossy. Mossy's going to bat. Hold on a second. Should I do... Cunningham was the last out at first base. I could put McGraw... I don't know how to do double switches. I could put McGraw in at first, right? See if this works. Put McGraw in at first. And then put Mossy in Cunningham's spot. Hopefully that will work as the double switch. Mossy comes in, facing Seaburn here in the top of the 8th. And 4-5 is a base hit, 1-5 on the split. Splits have been tough for the White Sox, but they get the break here on the ground out. 1 out, nobody on. And that will bring up Orsino. 6-4, grounded a short. Short X, 2 out. They do make the play. Almost jinxed that one. Let's see if Kirkland's going to bat. He is. And a 2-7. Nice inning for Mossy. 1-2-3, and they get the White Sox right back up in the bottom of the eighth. Momentum on the White Sox side, down 5-0. They've come back to tie it. McNertney is up. Some of these guys that played in these early games did not necessarily play the most games at that position. Is Martin on the bench right now? Yeah, let's go to Martin. We're going to go to Martin, the other catcher, left-hander. Left-hander hitting Martin. He actually had more at-bats during the season than McNertney. Again, you don't always know who's available, who wasn't available when they actually played, so it's a problem when you're doing as plays. There's a ground out, 1 out on an X reading. And that's going to bring up McCraw, who we put in the double switch. And that's a strikeout, 2 out. And that'll bring up Hirschberger. Let Hirschberger hit. 2-2, walked him. He's a C. Hall's a -4. So we're going to just let Buford hit. Switch hitter. 3-2, and he walks. So back-to-back walks with 2 out. And that gets Floyd Robinson, their best hitter, up with a chance. Lefty against righty. First and second, 2 out. Base hit here can give the White Sox the lead. Oh, 3-9. It's wrong column. Fly out to right. He needed the 1 column. So we're going to go to the 9th. Who do they have up? Missing position. Yeah, I got to put Martin in at catcher. And while I'm here, can I take a quick look at? Oh shit! I have to save it first. Okay, it wasn't saved. Shoot! So they're gonna make me do it again. Okay, got to save it first. Thought I could maybe do it without having to go back in, but all right. Now let me look at the matchups. We got a bunch of righty. The question now is, do I go to Hoyt? He is their closer, but they're home, so there'll be no safe situation. I think I'm going to. Going to go to their closer. Try and get us to the bottom of the 9th against some right-handed hitters. Brooks Robinson leads it off. And there's a 6-3 ballpark single check, 1-6. And a 16 is an out, 1 out. 1 out, nobody on. Jerry Adair due up. He's batting. 6-7 struck him out, 2 out. Could get a couple of innings out of Hoyt Wilhelm too. Dick Call due up. Let's see what they're doing here. And he's batting. That's a little surprise. 2-7 struck him out. So I'm going to go to the bottom of the 9th. The White Sox are going to have a chance to walk this off. Dave Nicholson's going to lead it off against Dick Hall. Dave Nicholson, 2-4. Base hit. Game-winning run is on base. Runner on first. Nobody out for Hansen, who had the sac fly to tie the game. 1-7 double play, grounded to short. That erases the runner, and there's 2 out, nobody on. Charlie Smith will bat. Maybe he can get one of those. He doesn't have the triples against the righty, he only gets the lefty. But that's all right. Struck him out. We're going to go to the 10th. That was a strikeout. So we go to the 10th. I'm going to try and get another inning out of Wilhelm. Jackie Brandt leads it off. 5-4, catcher card X. And a ground out, 1 out. Bring up Louis Aparicio. He's trying to bunt for a base hit. Fielded cleanly. And he got him. So Aparicio tries to bunt for a hit, but he's out. With 2 out, it's up to Powell. Of course, Powell is in scoring position at the plate. He has a lot of power. 4-5's a grounder, so we're going to go to the bottom of the 10th. Another chance for the White Sox. And I'm going to have to pinch hit. Got 2 innings out of him. They call the righty. Again, I don't know who was available, not available. Going to go to Stevens. Hopefully he was actually on the roster and available that day. Lefty Stevens will hit. And I'm going to have to figure out who I'm bringing in if we go extra. 311, and there is a single ballpark single check, 1-9, and a 19 is an out. I've been in a lot of extra inning games lately. 1 out. I had both White Sox games and both Pirates games in Diamond Dynasty League. So the last 4 games I've played have been in extra innings. J.C. Martin's going to hit. He already came in for the other catcher. 5-6 struck him out. 2 out, and this is one of the problems. You start running out of players here. Tommy McCraw will bat. And a 5-6, and we're going to the 11th. Now, who do I bring in? Maybe Fisher. Let me see who I'm going to bring in this game. Yeah, Stevens hit for the pitcher. So, maybe do I go to Fisher? I think so. Gonna go to Fisher, so I gotta put him in the lineup, right? I gotta put him in where Stevens was. Alright, Eddie Fisher's gonna come in. He's gonna face Seaburn in the top of the 11th. I'm running out of pitchers for sure. And there is a walk. Leadoff walk to Seaburn. Not a threat to steal. Orsino is a D bunter, so he's probably swinging. Ball gets away from the catcher. That is not good. Runner on second, nobody out. Orsino batting. 2-2 walk. First and second, nobody out. Fisher into trouble right away. Fisher had a good year in 64. Willie Kirkland going to bat. He's a C bunter. I don't know if they're going to try and bunt or not. Where are they in the lineup? They got Kirkland and Brooks Robinson. It's only a C bunter, but I would actually bunt if I were them. I'm going to bring the corners in. See if they're going to let Kirkland swing or not. They are. 4-11 and a ground at a third. So there's a force play. We're going to have Robinson up. They got the force at third. So it's first and second, 1 out for Robinson. Nothing we could do here. Pinch runner. So they got a pinch runner. First and second, 1 out. 2-8. Good column. Ground ball double play. So Fisher gets the job done. He got into trouble there. First and second, nobody out, but he gets out of it with a couple of ground balls. And again, the White Sox with a chance to walk it off. Hirschberger is up. Got a nice column 1 against righties. 5-10, and that's a ground at a third. 1 out. Bring up switch hitting Buford. Will someone come through in this game? 1-6, popped them up. 2 out. It's up to Floyd Robinson. Not a big home run guy, but he can hit one. 5-5, fly to left. We're going to the 12th. Alright, 12th inning. Fisher facing Adair. 2-7, fly out to center. Now, I do look at the Orioles lineup, and they've got more guys that can pop it. Now, here's Hall again. They got a pinch hit for this guy. Hey, letting Hall hit again. They can't be that low on pitchers. And there's a ballpark single check, 1-6 for the pitcher. And there's an 11. Okay, so they don't get it that time. So there is 2 outs now. How long has Hall been in this game for the Orioles? 4-10, catcher card X. And an error on the catcher. Runner on first, 2 out for Aparicio. And a 3-7 grounder to the pitcher. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 12th. Bottom 12 here. Nicholson leading it off. Dick Hall is a relief 4. He's thrown, he's in the red on pitches. 4 2/3 innings, and they're keeping him out there. 2-6 struck him out. 1 out. Oh boy. I gotta see, who do I have left that I could bring in this game? Ron Hansen. He could end it with a swing. 1-8. Single 1-8. And an 18 is a line out. 2 outs. 2 out, nobody on for Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith, 2 out, nobody on. Let me just check. Yeah, I have so little left. I'm going to let him hit. I'm running out of players here. And 3-2s are great. He got a column of walks, but he grounds out. So we're going to the 13th inning. Fisher is a relief 4, so he can go a while. But he is also, I think, coming up next inning. 5-2, fly to right. Boog Powell, 1 out. What a game. 5-5. Orioles had a 5-0 lead. White Sox come all the way back to tie it, but they have not been able to get the run in to win it. And there's a walk to Seaburn. Runner on first, 1 out. Not much of a threat to steal. Dick Brown coming up. 5-4, center field X. Double. I knew that was a problem. Seaburn to third, second and third, 1 out. We got to bring the infield in, and it is in already. Infield is in. So the game did it for me. Infield in. Kirkland up second and third, 1 out. He's a lefty. Do we want to create a force play here? Brooks Robinson. I think I'm going to bring the infield in and try and get Kirkland. So the infield is in. Let's try and get Kirkland. 3-7, fly to center B, fly ball, runner on third, can attempt to score. He's coming home. What's our percentage? We got to try and get him. We have no choice. 55% safe, 45% out. This is a huge split, as we talked about splits earlier. Throws the ball away for an error. Oh man, Seaburn scores, Brown takes third, and it's now 6-5. Runner on third, 2 out. Kirkland hits a sac fly, error by the center fielder. Brown to third with 2 out for Robinson. But the Orioles take the 6-5 lead, and that's going to be a ground to short. So we go bottom 13. White Sox have to try and come back again. It's 6-5, and Fisher leading it off. Hall still out there. Guy has no average. What the hell kind of card could he have? Look at his card. I don't think I'm using him. So, I guess got to use Carry On. I also have Weiss. He's a switch hitter. Carry On the better hitter. Let's just see what Weiss looks like against righties. Oh, against righties he's not too bad. Maybe I'll use Weiss. Let's take a look at Carry On. He's got a nice 1 column against righties. Oof, this is a tough one. Can hit righties. I'm going to go with the better hitter here. Alright, here we go. Hall is still out there. And we're going to go Cam Carry On. Looking for a 1. And we got a 1! And it's a double. Alright, extra base hit. This might be stretched into a triple. No, we're not going to do that. 45%. Runner on second. Nobody out. Tying run on second base. Nobody out. J.C. Martin, the batter. And now we get Harvey Haddix coming in. Runner on second. Nobody out. I don't have any other catchers, I don't believe. So I think Martin has to hit. J.C. Martin is my catcher. What is Maxwell? Is he like... Alright, he's going to have to hit. Runner on second, nobody out. Do we even consider a bunt here? He's a C bunter. Oh boy, lefty, lefty. Get him to third with 1 out. C bunting. Oh man, I'm going to try it, but if this doesn't work, this can be a disaster. I'm going to try and get the runner to third with 1 out. Bunted foul goes to 1 and 2. Gonna take the bunt off. Maybe he can get something off the pitcher's card. 5, 12, third base, second base X. Ground out. Is that second base X? He'll get to third, no? Yeah, he gets to third with one out anyway, so he's able to ground it to second. So nice job by Martin. After fouling off the bunts, he's able to get the ball to the right side. Runner on third, 1 out for Tommy McCraw, who's my first baseman, right? He came in earlier. And this is just a matter of who I have to play if I'm forced to... I won't not have anyone else to play first. So, can I even hit for him? What the hell will I put in? Who do I have in the game that could maybe play first is the question. I got to go through all of these guys now. I don't know who maybe can play first. Anybody else got first as a backup position? Because if not, I can't pinch hit. I'll have no one to put in the field. There is not another guy on this team that can play first base. Come on, it's first base. Does not look like it. Carry-on is catcher. Not even the catcher, really? Not even the catcher can play first. J.C. Martin. Alright, he's going to have to hit, I think. Alright, runner on third, 1 out, and McGraw's going to hit. He's not a bad hitter. He's got a 1 column decent. I was looking to see if I can get a righty up there, but 6-5, and that's going to do it. Look at this. A triple 1 to 6, single 7 to 20, and a triple. A triple for Tommy McCraw. And the game is tied again, and now not only is it tied, but the White Sox can win it. It's 6-6, bottom 13, runner on third, 1 out for Hirschberger. Can he win it against Harvey Haddix? What a game for the White Sox. 5-6 struck him out. Oh no. Are we headed to the 14th? Runner on third, 2 out. It's up to Don Buford. It's up to Buford. Can he get the big hit to win it and end it? 2-6. Clutch hits. Oh no. No, it was a single, but it's got the clutch mark. Buford would have won it, but the clutch mark takes the hit away. And we are going to another inning. What did I do? I pinch hit for Fisher, right? So I got to get a new pitcher in the game. I'm going to go to this, I'm going to butcher his name because I'm not that familiar with him. Kreitzer? I got to learn how to pronounce his name if I'm going to play this season. But he's going to come in and pitch. Frank Kreitzer will face a dare. We're in the 14th inning. It is 6-6. Huge triple to tie it. They had a chance to win it, but a clutch mark takes the hit away. And we're in the top of the 14th inning. Popped it short for the first out. By the way, this Frank Kreitzer had a good year in 64. So he's a good pitcher. 2-11. Grounded a second, despite the fact that I do not know how to pronounce his last name. 2 out, and Jackie Brandt. 1-9 is a fly to left. So we're going to go bottom 14. And we've been here before. The White Sox with a chance to win it. Again, Floyd Robinson, a kind of guy you'd like having leading off to get on base. But a strikeout, 1 out. Now Haddix, of course, is a good pitcher. So we're right back where we were before, looking for somebody to win this game. A 1-2 will do it, but a 2-6, and that's 2 strikeouts in a row. And we might be heading to the 15th inning. Ron Hansen. And it's getting to the point where I can't even make moves. There's an X reading and a ground out. We're going to the 15th inning, people. Top of the 15th. He's a relief 4, so he can go a while. Aparicio. I might not even be able to pinch hit for this guy. I don't know who I'm going to bring in after this guy. Here's a ballpark single check, 1 to 6. And a 10, and that's out. 1 out. And now the always dangerous Boog Powell. Not as dangerous against lefties as righties. And there's a fly to center. So we're at 2 out, nobody on. 1 out away from getting another chance in the bottom of the 15th. Norm Seaburn, a little bit better against lefties than Boog, it looks like. 1-9, struck him out. Nice job by Frank Kreutzer. And we're going to the bottom of the 15th. 6-6. It was 5-0 Orioles. White Sox tied it. It was 6-5 Orioles. White Sox tied it. Now in the bottom of the 15th. Charlie Smith against the lefties. Back to having all those column 3 triples. I'd like to get one right now. And a 3. Oh, man. Oh, wow. 3-5, 3-6, 3-8 through 11, all triples, and he finds a 3-7. I'm going to let this guy bat 1 out. I'm going to let Kreutzer bat because I'd rather have him in the game pitching. Struck him out, 2 out. I'm running out of players. And Martin is going to be batting with 2 out and nobody on. And there's a ballpark single check, 1-9. 2 out, nobody on, and he is out. So we're going to the 16th inning. Tied at 6. Who's going to win it? Dick Brown batting. Someone's going to get the big hit. 4-6, walked him. That you don't want to do. Runner on first. Nobody out. He's a D-stealer. Kirkland is, again, he didn't bunt last time, but I'm going to bring the corners in because you should think lefty-lefty here. They would try and move the runner up. And first they're going to try and steal. Unable to get the lead. He did not have, I think, wasn't he a D-stealer? And pitcher's a -3, so no bunt. No bunt, and he struck him out. 1 out. I would definitely have bunted there, but okay. 1 out, runner on first. Brooks, especially with Brooks Robinson coming up next. Interesting. 1-10. Oh boy, this is fly. Yeah, all these ballpark checks have been flyouts. So okay, 2 out, runner on first. The only thing I could think is that all the ballparks home run checks are zeros in this ballpark. Jerry Adair, 2 out, runner on first. I don't know why they're all not even rolling for those. 3-5 is a base hit. Base hit to right field. Is he going to go? He's going to stay at second. First and second, 2 out. And the pitcher, Harvey Haddix, is due up. I don't know who they have left. They're going to pinch hit Bob Johnson. So Haddix is out at least, which is good. First and second, 2 out, and Bob Johnson with a chance for a big hit here. 3 is not going to get it. Grounded to third. Going to the bottom of the 16th. Let's see who they bring in. They're going to bring in Mike McCormick, also a good pitcher. And Tommy McGraw is going to bat. And 110, that is a possible triple 1-4. This would be huge. No, it's a 20. It's a base hit. He's a B runner. -1 on the steal. Hirschberger is a C bunter. He's a pretty good hitter. I'm going to just let him hit here. Just going to swing. Need to put 2 hits together. 6-4. Grounded to third X. Double play. 2 out, nobody on for Buford. 1-3. Grounded to third. We're going to the 17th. 17th inning. Frank Kreitzer's pitched 3. So he's getting near to where he's going to run out of gas. He walks Brandt. Runner on first, nobody out. Brandt's an E-stealer. Aparicio, definitely a bunt threat. The corners were already in, but all right, bringing the corner. The corners were in. The computer was doing it for me. Aparicio batting, and he is bunting. And he sacrifices. So runner on second, 1 out for Powell. Lefty-lefty. I'm going to pitch to him. 1-9. Struck him out. 2 out, runner on second. Again, lefty-lefty. I'm going to pitch to Seaburn. 4-12. Pitcher X. Ground out. Going to the bottom of the 17th. Crazy. Bottom of the 17th, Floyd Robinson leads it off against Mike McCormick in a game that never ends. 6-3, pitcher X. 1 out. Dave Nicholson struck him out. 2 out, nobody on. Wow. Bottom of the 17th. Ron Hansen. 4-9. Base hit. 2 out single. Not a threat to steal. Charlie Smith is a threat to hit a triple, apparently. He only played in 2 games. And there's a base hit. Charlie Smith I think he only played in 2 games the whole year. And the pitcher's up. I have to try and win it. First and third, 2 out. Pinch hit Weiss. The only problem is I don't know which one of these. I'm going to have to do some research to see who I can bring in that is not pitching in the next couple of days. First and third, 2 out. Let's just win it here and we won't have to worry about it. First and third, 2 out. Weiss is going to try and win this game for the White Sox against Mike McCormick. He's a switch hitter batting right against the lefty McCormick. Can he get the clutch hit? 6-3, grounded a pitcher, and he doesn't get the hit. Oh boy. All right, I'm going to need a second here. Let me go into Retro Sheet and see who pitched the next 2 days. This was the 16th. Let me look at the 17th for the White Sox. They played Boston, and it was... who pitched? Horland, Kreitzer, and Wilhelm. Yeah, they're all out already. Then let's go one further. Let's go to the 19th. Where are the White Sox? White Sox, it was Buzzart and Wilhelm. So the other question is, let me just double check something else. Sorry guys, but I don't know who in fairness I can bring into this game at this point. Let me see out of these remaining guys who pitched any relief games to see who would be the guy to bring in. I mean, obviously Pizarro is the best pitcher, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the guy that would fairly come into the game in this situation. 33 games, 33 started. He's just straight starting. So Ackley started 2 out of 3 games, so he could come in relief. And Bowman was definitely a straight reliever. He wasn't good, but he was a straight reliever, and I think in fairness, he would be the guy that come into the game. So I don't think I have a choice. I got to be fair and put in the guy I think would be left in the bullpen to pitch. So he's going to come in, Frank Bowman against Dick Brown. We're in the top of the 18th inning of a 6-6 game. And a 1-5 strikeout, 1 out. I am completely running out of players, pitchers, everything here. Willie Kirkland. 6-11, fly to center, 2 out. And that'll bring up Brooks Robinson. He can end it. Well, he can't end it, but he can give him the lead with 1 swing. Grounded a short, though, so we're going to go bottom 18. 6-6, Orioles, White Sox. J.C. Martin leading it off. I don't have any catchers left, so he's hitting. Grounded a second, 1 out. It's going to have to be someone in this game right now that's going to win this game. Tommy McCraw, lefty, but he can hit lefties. He's got a pretty nice column 1. And there is column 1 and a base hit. So runner on first, 1 out. He is a threat to steal. Maybe I just try and get in the score. Let me see what if he gets the lead. It's 60. Let's just see it. Let's see if we get the lead. We got to get in the scoring position. Unable to get a good lead, so we're not going to try it. And with 1 out, we're swinging Hirschberger. We need to put some hits together. 3-6 isn't going to do it. That's a line out. 2 out. Runner on first. Don Buford. Looking for a big hit. 3-7. Lined out. We're going to the 19th. Oh boy. Top of the 19th inning. I'm not sure I played a game longer than this. Jerry Adair. 1-8. Grounded to short. 1 out. This is going to be a very long video. Anyone who makes it to the end, you get brownie points. Mike McCormick, let's see if he's going to hit. They got to be running out of players too. And he does, and he strikes out. 2 out. Let me know in the comments if you made it this far. I got to give you extra credit for that. Jackie Brandt. 2-8. Struck him out. Wow. Bottom of the 19th inning. Looks like we ran out of scoreboard. They're only going to 18. It says it over here, though. Bottom of the 19th. 6-6. Floyd Robinson leads it off. 1-5. This is a possible triple. 1-7. Please. 1-7. 18. Base hit. Oh, boy. Would have been nice to have him standing on third with nobody out. He's a C stealer. Nicholson's a power guy. Let's just give Nicholson a shot here. Do not hit into a double play. 3-7. Struck him out. At least he was the strikeout king, Dave Nicholson. You got to look up his records. He had a couple of years where he was just unbelievable on strikeouts. Runner on first. 1 out. What's his steal chance? 45, even with the lead. All right, we're going to let Hanson swing. 1-9. Double play. We're going to the 20th, folks. Top of the 20th inning. Bauman, relief is 3, so he's going to be out there a while. 4-4, catcher card X. Foul out. 1 out. Well, I want to win this game, but I would not be brokenhearted if Boog Powell or Seaborn or somebody hit a home run here. 4-9, struck him out. 2 out. I'm not sure how much longer this game can go. Norm Seaburn. We might break Baseball Max. 2-5. There's a base hit. Could be a double. 1-14. And it's a 13. They got the runner in scoring position. They got the go-ahead run in scoring position. Oh, guarding lines. He was robbed on a guarding lines play. Look at this. That's unbelievable. Didn't even notice that. The computer has the guarding lines on. I didn't even think about it, to be honest. And the guarding lines robbed the double. No runner in scoring position. Bottom of the 20th. Charlie Smith will bat against Mike McCormick. I think Charlie Smith may have already surpassed the number of at-bats he had that season. I got to see if I can find it. I think he only played in 2 games and had like 8 at-bats or something. Charlie Smith batting. Just don't have players to do any moves. 2-10, popped to short, 1 out. Baseball Reference is getting stuck on my iPad every time on these ads, so I'm losing my information. Oh boy. Oh boy. If I pinch, first of all, who do I have? I have Landis. If I pinch hit for him, I have to bring in Ackley. I don't think I have a choice. Jesus. I'm going to let him hit. I'm going to let him hit. 5-8 struck him out. I need him to pitch. I don't know what to do. I'm running out of players. So 2 out, nobody on, and Martin, who does not hit lefties. And he's out. So we're going to go to the top of the 21st inning. I don't know if I'd ever thought I'd say that, but we're in the top of the 21st inning. Let me just check something. Charlie Smith. Yeah, Charlie Smith played 2 games in 64. He had 8 plate appearances and 7 at-bats. I think he's had that in this game. Dick Brown will bat against Bowman. And he's going to be out on a ground to the short. 1 out. Kirkland, who is 1 for 7 in this game. He's got almost a week's worth of at-bats in this game. 1-8 struck him out. Now 1 for 8. 2 out. That other play in the last inning with the guarding the lines took the double away. Brooks Robinson. 5-5, fly to center. And we're going to the bottom of the 21st. What is McCormick? McCormick is a relief 4, so they got some guys who can go, and good guys. Tommy McCraw batting. 5-7, second base X, and a ground out, 1 out. It's going to take something weird maybe to win this game. White Sox don't have a ton of power in their lineup. Hirschberger, 2-7, grounded to short, 2 out. We very possibly are going to the 22nd. Buford, 5-12, first base X, and a ground out. We're going to the 22nd inning. Jerry Adair, who is 2 for 8 in this game. And that's a base hit. That might be a double. That might be a double if it doesn't get taken away. And it is a double, I think. It is a double. Runner on second, nobody out. This could be the chance for the Orioles, although they have the pitcher due up. I got to bring the corners in case they let them hit. Let's see if they pinch hit. They do pinch hit. Okay, so Sam Bowen's going to come in. So they got guys left. Runner on second, nobody out. He should be swinging, so corners are set back. And we just got to try and get him out. I don't got moves at this point. 4-9, grounded to short, should hold the runner. 1 out for Jackie Brandt. Gonna pitch to him. 6-5, fly to right. Runner on second is going. 1-16 to get to third. And he doesn't! He's thrown out trying to get to third. Makes the third out at third base. I don't fully understand that play, but with 2 outs, that would not have made much sense. But, you know, you could have just been sitting on second with 2 outs. All right, so we go bottom of the 22nd. Floyd Robinson leads off now against Wes Stock. And as a second base X and a ground out. 1 out. Nicholson 1 for 7 in this game. And that is an open triangle. That could be a hit. 1-10, 50-50 shot. And it is a base hit. So the winning run is on with 1 out. Not a threat to steal, and I'm not pinch running because I have no players left. Ron Hansen will be batting against Wes Stock with a runner on first and 1 out. 6-9. Double play, and we're going to the 23rd. Top of the 23rd. Obviously, I'm pushing Frank Baumann as far as he can go here because I'm running out of players. And there's a grounded to short. He hit the right column, but he found his out. 1 out. Boog Powell. 2 for 9 in the game. And he struck him out. He's now got 10 official at-bats in this game. That'll bring up Seaburn, who is only 1 for 6, so he must have had some walks in there. 2-3. Base hit. Go ahead run on first with 2 out. Not a threat to steal. Not much of a threat anyway, and Dick Brown is up. 1-6 struck him out. Bottom of the 23rd inning. Wow. Charlie Smith against Wes Stock. 4-4. Catcher's card X. Single. A little nubber in front of home plate, and they can't get him. Not a threat to run. All right, well, I'm going to use Landis. And this is where we got to just win this game. Now, he's a B bunter. He's a B bunter. He can hit a little bit. Do I bunt? Where am I after Landis? I can't even remember my own order at this point. Martin and McGraw, 2 lefties against the righty. I'm going to try and get the runner to second. He's a B bunter. Let's try and get the winning run at second base. Fielded cleanly. Here's the throw. Thrown away for a two-base error. Oh, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. So trying the bunt, and we now have second and third, nobody out. Infield obviously has to come in. Outfield in real life would have to come in. And J.C. Martin's going to have a chance to win this game. Bottom of the 23rd. It is 6-6. White Sox have been down 5-0 and 6-5. They have a chance to win it. Second and third, nobody out. Martin and Stock. Here we go. 3, 4. Oh boy. What is the chances on this fly out? I can't go. 35%. Second and third, one out. I can't even pinch run. I got to leave these guys in here. Second and third, one out for Tommy McGraw. Second chance to win the game. It was second and third, nobody out. Fly to left, not deep enough. Let's see if Tommy McGraw can win this game. Oh, I didn't walk him. Bases loaded. Now there's a force at home. There's a double play chance for Hirschberger. Hirschberger and Stock. Bases loaded, one out. Hirschberger is 0 for 7 in the game and 0 for the season. Not had a hit this year. Facing West, Stock trying to win it. Bases loaded, one out. Here we go. 2-10. Fouled out the third. And there are 2 outs. Second and third, nobody out. Is now bases loaded, 2 out. White Sox about to blow this chance to walk it off. It's up to Buford. It is up to Buford. And he does have clutch marks on his card. Oh boy. Here it is. Buford and Stock. 1-9, and we're going to the next inning. We're going to the top of the 24th inning. The White Sox somehow did not win that game. I am now going to put Ackley in. Yes, Pizarro is a much better pitcher, but he never relieved in 64. This guy did relieve one time, and he's going in. He had a 9 ERA on the year, I believe. Did not pitch a lot. Let me see if I have his stats. Ackley, he was in 3 games, started 2, finished 1. Pitched 6 1/3 innings, gave up 10 hits, 8 ERA. Pizarro was in 33 games, but they were all starts. He's a big starting pitcher for them, and he's the last gasp if I have to use him. Strikes out Kirkland, 1 out. Fritz Ackley in the top of the 24th inning of this game. This is 2.5 games worth of baseball. Brooks Robinson is 0 for 9. And a catcher card X. And a pop out. 2 out, nobody on. Fritz Ackley. It looks like every pitcher that comes in, it doesn't matter. Jerry Adair. 6-10. Center field X. Fly out. We're going to the bottom of the 24th. Fritz Ackley does the job. It's turned into Mariano Rivera. Wes Stock is in the game for the Orioles. Floyd Robinson leads it off. Second and third, nobody out was not good enough last inning for the White Sox. 4-5. Here's an end home run. 1-8 to win the game. 8! Oh no, this is a chance of a rob. Oh, don't do this. There is a chance of a robbed home run. It's a 1-7 home run. And a 6! A 6! Floyd Robinson wins the game. Walk-off home run. He had to survive 2 splits, and Floyd Robinson ends this game in the 24th inning. It took 24 innings, but Floyd Robinson walks it off, the White Sox best hitter. He was 4 for 11 in the game. Buford was 2 for 10. Powell 2 for 10. Unbelievable game. Look at those pitchers. Ackley wins it. Ackley wins it, and Stock loses it. It took 24 innings, but the White Sox walk it off on Floyd Robinson's home run, almost robbed. They win it 7-6. If you made it to the end, let me know. Thanks for watching.